Hello, everyone. Today I'll provide a brief and basic introduction of statistics. I would like to start this by looking at some of the definitions of statistics that are out there. The majority of books define statistics as a science of gathering, describing, and analyzing data, or as some refer to it as a branch of mathematics that deals with collection and analysis of data, and many more definitions that are out there. I don't say that any of these definitions are incorrect. I would just add that, statistics, one of the core objectives of statistics is to draw inductive or inferential discoveries about the population. Uh, in the discussion of statistics or statistics epistemology, it's important to understand the two logical reasonings of inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is when we construct a general theory, a general conclusion about something based on our specific observation. For example, if we were to uh, pick up 20 cats of a specific breed and we check that each cat has 10 teeth, and so, based on that observation, if we can test that observation statistically, we can actually construct a general conclusion about the cats and say that generally the XYZ breed cats have 10 teeth. And deductive reasoning, on the other hand, is the opposite, where we build our observation or build our expectation of what we should observe on the basis of a general conclusion that's already out there, a general theory that's already out there. For example, if there's already a theory that says that people who are wealthy, or people who have higher economic status, or people who are also highly educated. So if this theory, this is a theory, or this is a generalized statement. So if we were to use this deductively, we would say we expect to see each time we see somebody who comes from a high socioeconomic class or who is wealthy, we also expect them to be highly educated. So again, inductive reasoning is when we go from a specific observation to build a general conclusion. And deductive reasoning is when we use a general conclusion that's already out there and we expect to base our observation based on it. So how does that relate to statistics? It's very simple. Through statistics, we seek to draw inductive discoveries. We seek to use the samples to draw inductive discoveries about the population. Just like in the case of the cats, we use samples to infer that all that generally cats of such and such breed or XYZ breed have 10 teeth. So in the discussion of population and samples, it's important to understand that we use parameters to measure the population, and we use statistics to describe and infer about the population. And again, population is the main group or set where the population come from, or the population data come from. For example, if we consider this to be the population of all teachers in a country, which is could be 50,000, and if we have a sample of, let's say, 10 people, 10 teachers from that are taken from this population, then these are sample data, and then the 50,000 teachers are the population data. Um, uh, an example could be, let's say you have been hired by the Department of Labor and Statistics to examine your country's people's feeling about their economic conditions. So how will you do this? Is it possible to survey everyone? I would say no. And this answer is pretty much shared by everyone who uh, who are working in the data line of work, because uh, number one is that it's almost impossible for any institution to collect population data for many, many, many reasons. One of the reasons could be that they cannot go out, they cannot go and reach everyone within that population to gather their information. And a lot of times the participants, the subjects of the surveys, they don't want to participate in those surveys. So there could be a lot of other reasons, but this is where statistics come, and this is why we use the statistics to actually infer or actually inductively hypothesize or infer about the general population. This is why it's very important that we should make sure that the sample that we take from the population is representative of the population. And how we make sure that they're representative of the population is something I'll explain in my other videos. I hope the introduction of statistics and the relationship between population and samples, as well as inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning, were helpful. Thank you.